Hello my dear student of standard 9. How are you everyone? Welcome back to my class. Today chapter 11 lecture 7 and this is the last lecture on this chapter. We were discussing about the types of economic system. Today Islamic economic system. Islam is the complete code of life. There is the instruction of each activity of human being in Islam. This religion is the code of life. So, the policy, rules, legal structures and guidance required to perform the political, social, economic and religious activities are included in Islam. All such rules and regulations are described in the Holy Quran and Hadith. The foundation of Islamic economic system is also the Holy Quran and Hadith. Here, Khums is the economic system of Islam. It is an Arabic term and it literally means 1/5, khums or 20%. In Islamic legal terminology, it means 1/5 of certain items that a person acquires at wealth must be paid to the state of Islam. This is one of many forms of tax, okay, or it is one types of tax. It is referred to as earnings, property holdings, profit, savings, etc. based on the Quran and various hadiths. This is applied on different issues like property, money, employment, taxes, loans, along with everything else. Now, characteristics of Islamic economy. Number 1, ownership of this asset. The personal ownership of asset is recognized in Islam. Man can use and consume the asset according to his wish. He can transfer his property to his heirs. Number 2, characteristics. The Sharia-based economic function. The economic and all functions are run as per the prohibition of Sharia. The basic principles of economic activities are determined according to the 5 basic pillars of Islam like Iman, Salat, Zakat, Saum and Hajj. Instruction of the Holy Quran and provisions of Hadith of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Third characteristic is that production system and remuneration of the factors of production. So in this economic system, individual investment is seen and collective investment also seen here. Okay, and here investors can also purchase and consume necessary goods. The main objectives of production are to confirm producing halal goods and permitted by Islam and ensure the social welfare oriented and exploitation free production process. 5. The large scale of production is customary in this economic system, but where there is no existence of private initiatives, the government takes initiatives of that production. Understand? 6. A fixed amount of money or asset remains under the possession of an individual for a certain period. Then a fixed portion of it has to be distributed among the poor in this economic system, and this portion of money is called zakat. 7. The transaction of interest for capital is haram. That means interest of taking here haram or prohibited in this economic system. In this system, the capitalists sustain the profit or loss at the proportionate rate of the capital invested by them. There is interest-free deposit and loan-taking system in Islamic banking system. The producers and businessmen can take this loan and pay profit to the loan disbursing private organization, and it is received as profit from the business. And number 10, the laborers get the wages in time in this economic system. Now, income distribution. Since the production system is free of exploitation, so the paying of remuneration on the basis of equity and justice is ensured here. Here I have given some countries. These countries follow the Islamic economic system, like Malaysia. This is United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kuwait, Qatar, Jordan, Indonesia, Sudan, Iran, etc. Now, which economic system does present in Bangladesh? So, already we know that is mixed economic system present in Bangladesh. Okay. So, this is the history, that is how the mixed economic system established in Bangladesh. The feudal system is the type of feudal system, that means as known as the feudalism. In Bengali it is called Samanto Tantrik. Okay, Samanto Tantrik. So feudal system is a type of social and political system in which landholders provide land to tenants in exchange for their loyalty and service. Okay, so the feudal system was mainly prevailing in Bangladesh during ancient Bengal, the Muslim and the British rule. These landlords also called Jamindar or in British period. The Jamindar system was abolished in the Pakistan period, was replaced by the capitalist economic system. So, in the Pakistani period, Jamindar system was abolished and capitalist economic system established here. The capitalist system got predominance at the end of Pakistani period. The major portion of capital and assets were under the possession of a few number of people. After independence, that means in 1971, after 1971, initiatives were taken to establish a socialist economic system. The large industries, financial organizations, banks, insurance companies, transport, main industrial organizations, and the primary education, import and export, etc. were taken in the state ownership and control. All these business and financial organizations were under the control of non-Bengalis who left the country after independence, and problem was created in managing this organization. But government faced a lot of problems to solve a war-ridden economy of a newly independent country. The human resources such as skilled administrators, managers, entrepreneurs and intellectuals were the victims of killing, and as a result it was not possible for government to take initiative of proper management of those organizations and face loss. So the responsibility of these types of organizations were given to the private sectors and individual producers. Clear everyone? Now these trends of expanding private sectors and private initiatives are still continuing after 90s, and denationalization of nationalized industries started during this time. At present, some sectors of economy are brought under management based on government and non-government partnership, and so it can be said that at present capitalistic and socialistic both economic system is present in Bangladesh. That means mixed economic system is existed in Bangladesh. Now, denationalization. In Bengali it is called Birashtriyokaran. Okay. So, denationalization, which is a form of privatization, occurs when a national government sells an asset or operation such as a large government-owned farm to private investors. And nationalization means Rashtriyokaran, the transfer of a major branch of industry or commerce from private to state ownership or control. Understand everyone? So here Denationalization means to transfer from the government to private, and here private to government. Okay. So up to this everyone, thank you everyone, stay at your home safely.